Careless, and these guys won't bring him down, but now it's time for the top side. Rooted in place. First blood will go through to SKT.
And this just is not something that happens domestically, but it happens globally. Gangplanks will be punished if they don't have the proper support. The setup was Xerxes path from top to bot side because that's where the kill pressure is. They think
of a freeze. However, it is going to turn into a team fight right now because Clit is here.
Battle is in. Chachi at 200 HP does have flash, but Coon goes on to Xerxes, who doesn't have the ability to get out. This Gragas cannot find a way to leave, puts in a bit of damage, but Khan is going to get a second kill of the game.
Right now. And a play.
But it's just about making.
Ooh, Flash gets him to safety, but over the wall! Kabe's there, flashes right back out. That was pretty.
You had to get something, because what I was about to say is the fact that Splyce have now taken 2 different runs at SKT, and they haven't gotten anything, whereas when SKT make their plays, it is paying off with kills. But they hard forced that one, and now trying to force more.
3 versus 2 down here with the true shot, or the ulti on top as well. Can't play without the first one. There we go. Chachi claims the kill credit. Clit's trying to run. They've traded now the first kill. Second comes in. This is Splyce picking up a lot right now as Khan has to run the cooling on, but can't find the kill. A single one would knock him down.
They currently control the bot side of the map, and they need to start eating up these objectives to balance out the fact that Herald and Chachi are just getting pushed in.
That route was at the right time. Figures himself up, but does he have a good way out? Owns the flash, but the CC comes in, and the Splyce 2-on-2 take down Faker. Chachi forced to run. He's going to stay alive.
And we knew that Humanoid does have the raw ability to be able to go toe-to-toe with the best players in the world. That was so beautifully played, denying the claw out, taking down Faker. And once again, we just keep mentioning this is a completely split map. There is so much control for Splyce on the bottom side. It's just going to be about how much they
Faker
lose.
holds the nerve, gets over the wall, and now the Drake being taken pretty early on looks to be not contested. SKT will grab the first neutral objective, second neutral objective of the game.
And reminder, we just came off of a split map. We assumed that Splyce would be able to convert and taking down the tower. There's a single plate left on it that they would potentially get the Drake and trade it for the Herald, but because of all the skirmishing
not the expectation for this squad. Hex flash over the wall. Northscarin lands the hook. They're gonna land everything, and the shutdown gold goes to Kobe.
And not only does he land the hook on Lucian, but beautifully timed at the CC. Hits him with the knockup, chains it with the silence. There was never going to be a moment that Khan could look for the flash out.
And this is what actually more action potentially in the mid lane, but this is what I meant. Those lane assignments were just bots from SKT. They grouped around mid to fish for the correct assignments, and they did not get it right. That means that Khan is now being denied even further farm. When he was generating such a good gold lead for himself, Humanoid's going to continue to accrue a lead for himself, and these kills going over to Kobe, they have this like the Gragas engaged, and they might look for it now.
Looking for the Flaku, not going to land just yet, and the Claw's now down for Baker. Hook's going to come into Northscarin. They're going to trade blows here. Into the front line, though. Khan putting a lot of damage in, forcing the flash out of Northscarin. Oh, comes across! Big flash flay! That's one kill coming through. Faker's in the chase. They're going to find a second now as well. Splyce running for the hills. The flash to follow. Xerxes barely lives.
Because Splyce, it's about playing hit and run. Unfair fights. Hit the hook. Blow them up with a blanc. Do not burn all of your cooldowns and run face first into SKT. They will destroy you.
And it's about fighting over areas you have control. You saw that SKT very happy to disappear into Fog of War, then re-engage on their turn, and they're still looking for it.
All right, 3 versus 5. A lot of damage towards Humanoid. Faker first to mark that one, and the jungler, you got to find him. He's nowhere nearby. Smite cannot possibly come through. The Smite is there for Clit, of course. SKT get a 2 for 0. SKT grab the Baron. SKT recall safe. Why we hear Splyce on the late game team so much? Because their first 15 minutes are great.
They have to play it. Like, they have to play late game.
They played SKT and they play the LEC close, and then mid game happens, and if you want to win a game, they got to take it to late game, because their mid game just sadly it's not quite there. They're getting picked off, and SKT now have a lot of road to run with.
I do like Splyce's formation here, right? Disciplined, so well practiced.
And slowly but surely, it is of course SKT taking more of the map. Faker in the 1v1 against Vizichachi gets to demolish. Autos a few more times, takes that one down. You can see. Right, they got to about 18 minutes in, and then it just broke open.
Yeah, because you say slowly but surely, but it's only 23 minutes into the game. And they're knocking on. They're going to, once again, resume this siege. You can see that SKT, whilst the Baron buff is still available for the next 20 seconds, very content at taking away all the outer structures. They've now got themselves a 6,000 gold lead at 24 minutes into the game. And whilst they're good at 2 items, no carries, fall off after that point. If there's not cleared, it might be in a bit of danger.
Oh, danger to Northscarin, though. The cocoon over the wall lands. They hook him right back in, and it's time to knock down the mid inhibitor turret. Baron's not up. They crack the base anyway. This inhib is gone.
And I don't know what it is about SKT, because you can change out every single member, but they almost always have this core identity of SKT not only recognize exactly what they need to do, but exactly what you want to do to them. They find it, they figure it out, and they break it.
Almost an opening for Chachi. Gets some damage, but not enough for the kill. Now the ult across from Faker. That could be enough to kill him. Heals a little bit more, but doesn't have the backup. Teddy finds that kill, and there's nowhere for Xerxes to go. He's going to drop as well. There could be more of a chase down. Faker just lives. The flash hook's not going to land. A trade kill. That's a nice one. The cleanse. He tries to get away, just back to the squad. And can he evade SKT? Which one's real? It's one on the north side. Puts in the chain. Everyone's going to bring in a teammate, though, and they're going to find the pull. Teddy on a killing spree, and SKT can run right to that Baron.
And once again, Splice go fishing, but this time they catch the entirety of the SKT lineup. They run over the top of them. They will be able to pick up their second Baron of the game, and the gold lead has just exploded.
And for me, the difference has not only been in the individual mechanics, but also just in the vision game that SKT have been playing since the lane praise
The Baron's
broke.
on top as well, and we'll see how much more they can crack down. Middle inhibitor already dead. Chachi found out by Khan. That matchup was tilted so early, and it's still paying dividends now. The fight out of the bottom side. TP comes in, looking to knock down Teddy. Can they kill him? Yes, they will. A 1-for-0, but can it be enough? Can Kave survive with the damage across? They're still chasing down the opponents. Another kill comes in. The culling is there. Just barely can't kill the Kaisa, but a 2v4 is really hard to win. Xerxes going to flash away to safety now as well. SKT still on the chase. Faker has a claw soon, and they're hungry for blood. Looking to go right through the mid lane. Looking again to maybe knock down Kave. Can't quite find him just yet, but they have the Nexus turrets in sight. 4v2 to push, and SKT, it's still going to be a sub 30-minute win. The first 15 were fought valiantly, but SKT, the champions of Korea for a reason, pad the KDAs, add to the stats, 14-7 in kills, and the Nexus falls in game 1.
And a commanding victory from SK Telecom in the end, but